Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian Famous, and this is the Famous Show where I bring you all kind of educational, devotional, and inspirational stories. Yeah, thank you so much for keeping it locked into this channel. Those who have not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing to this channel, and like and also share each of every video that I'm posting on this channel. That will help the family to grow. Thank you so much. And today's I want to talk about the secrets of wealth. Yeah, we all have these different kinds of secrets or our own ways of succeeding in life. Yeah, but I want to put it in a different way. That is in God's way. Yeah, so I came to learn about God's plan concerning our life. That's why this channel is all about devotional, yeah, inspirational, and this kind of message that I'm going to talk about now is just one of them. And I believe you would like to hear what I have to say. Kindly watch this video up to the end. And number one secret of God's plan or secrets to our life is water. Water. Yeah, we find that in the book of Genesis, Genesis 12. Genesis, let's say if you start reading from 10 going onwards, after God created the man, he took him to the garden. And in the garden, the first thing that God showed him was the water. That is after he also showed him the trees and the fruits that were in the garden. And we found out that there was also the tree of life and of good in the same garden. But the first source of wealth in this land or in the land before then was water. And today we find water is everywhere. Water is just everywhere. That is the first source of water. So what do I mean? Why water? That is God's first plan, first secret for success in our life. Let's say uh, if you want to start any kind of business, I had done a video before of a lady starting a boutique by selling sacks of water at 5 shillings, 5 shilling, that five only 5 shillings, and she had to save. And by selling water, she saved a lot that enabled her to start her own boutique uh, shop. She's selling shoes. She's now selling good clothes, and she's doing so well just by selling water. So God is asking us, what is in your house? What is in your house? There are precious things in your house that you are not using. Why keep these things? Yeah, why keep these things if you are not using them? While you can sell them and start doing something with them. So I'm still on the water part. Kindly write all these lists down because I believe they're so very important. So if you haven't thought about this, there's just recently, a few days ago, I've been thinking about this. On my neighborhood, I went somewhere to buy water, and I was seeing the machine, and later I came to find out that it's called an osmosis water something, so kind of a reverse osmosis water machine, and it's just so good. Yeah, so God is telling us that God is asking us, what is in your house? There's something that is in your house that you don't need. In the book of Genesis, verse 12, the Bible says, uh, the fruit of the aromatic resin and the oxyn stone. Aromatic is the gold, diamond, resin is oil, and the oxyn stones, these are precious, those special stones. I believe you know about them. And uh, these are things in God's list, in God's plans, and I believe that everybody has changed. Everybody has those things that they treasure most in their houses. Yeah. So number two, I go to agriculture. Agriculture is the most special thing in our daily life. Let me ask you something right now. What is the most special thing you need in your life right now? I believe it's food. And where does food come from? It just come from the land. after cultivating, taking care of your crops. That's where you find your food, agriculture. So I believe if there's really something that you need right now, it's only food and water. Food and water. And where does food come from? Food comes from agriculture. There are a lot of countries right now that are in hunger, are in drought because of no cultivating. They end up bringing food outside the country to help them feed. Well, this message should just go to them that if they're in good lands, they should start doing cultivation so that they can bring food on their own table. So in God's list, we have water, the most important thing. I believe no company that deals with water ever fails. They don't shut down, no matter the crisis. Water company never shuts down. You go to a canteen right now, after eating, what do you ask for? You buy for water. Right now, they have changed it from, they've just put it a little, what is this, sugar in it, but still, it's called soda. The but still is made out of water. So that is the most things, very important things in our life right now. We use daily, we use water, we eat. That's the most important things in our life right now. So what's the second thing in our list? Let's go to gold. That's resin. So gold. What do you use gold for? In times of anger, you don't need gold. In times of anger, you don't need gold. What do? You sell your gold. You sell it to have food. You sell it to buy things that are most important than having it. You don't need to own it while you are starving. So, in times of crisis, you go to the pawn shops, you sell them so that you can buy things and bring to the house and eat with your family. I'm going back to where I started. What do you have in your house? That is what you should be asking yourself right now. What do you have in your house? I believe there's something very important that you have in your house that you are not using. That thing you can use it, sell it, so that you can start doing something that should be bringing bread, will be bringing food into your house daily. Let's go to the other number is oil. Yeah, and we find that prices of cars right now have really risen considering the economic challenge everywhere in the country. Gas prices are really risen up, and due to that reason, those who own vehicles, those who owns anything that use gasoline, they don't use them. And why should you, in the first place, why should you use a gasoline or use your little money that you have to buy gasoline, whereas you can save? This is the time you should be swallowing your pride and take that bus that should not be body. Be a regular man, be a regular woman. Swallow your pride. Take just do normal transportation, because by doing this there's no need of the prices of gas has risen up and you also want to rise your status. No, you use the little that you have to do the most important things. And from our list, what was the most important? That was food and water. There's no way you can be using the little money you have to buy, still be doing luxurious transportation, to be transporting yourself luxuriously. Yeah, you just go to the bus stop, just do normal transportation, save the money for gasoline and do some other things. Yeah, I believe that has gotten into you very right. So the last but not least is there's precious stones. Yeah, if you lost your job right now, let me ask you, if you lost your job right now, what will you do? You have the golds, you have your precious stones, you have diamonds in the house. What do you do with them when you don't have a job? You don't need them. You don't need your precious stones. And in the time of crisis, what you need to do is sell them. You sell your diamonds. You sell your precious stones To do what? To survive. You can't chew. It's true. You can't chew a chain. You can't eat a diamond. What do in the time of crisis? You sell them in order to survive. Again, I ask you, what do you have in your house? That is the question of today. That is the most crucial thing about this video right now. What do you have? There's something that you have in your possession that you're not using, that you should be doing away with it and making use of something else with the money. Yeah. So in times of crisis, I have found that we don't need the precious things that we own. That's being number one, the precious stones, the golds and the diamonds. We don't need them in times of crisis. What you need, the most important thing, is food and water. That's why they had to be in the top of the list. Follow God's plan. Follow God's plan. God's plan is very different from our own. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. I believe you've learned something. In this video, my name is Brian Famous and this is the Famous Show. Kindly consider subscribing because that is the only way to help this family grow. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Adios.